Okay, so I think we are set for at least a positive start. I mean, the GIFT Nifty has been indicating a positive start. The pre-open is 120 points higher as well.
While we wait for the pre-open to settle and, the market's just about 15 seconds in opening, the stocks that really stand out are the telecom stocks. After a big beating that we've seen on Vodafone, that stock with some relief is settling about 10% higher on pre-open. And as a result of which, the ancillary beneficiary of that is Indus Towers, which is up around 4% as well. So those are ones that we'll keep an eye out on. We have the opening bell.
Okay, so about 90 points higher is how we've kicked things off. 24,300 is on the radar. But let's see if it will hold or not. The Bank Nifty is very, very quiet. Mid-cap index up about, again, 0.3%. It's slipping. It's a bit of a slippery start, one would have to say. Anyway, let's quickly count the gainers for what we have right now. It is telecom, like Mangalam pointed out. So even on the Nifty, Bharti Airtel is your top winner, 1.5% up, because the companies will not have to now provide bank guarantees for spectrum that they acquired before 2022. Aside of that, Lever is reacting quite well, 1% higher. Obviously, the ice cream business is a small part of their business, but nonetheless, it is some value unlocking that's coming through. There's ITC that's up and about. BEL is reacting positively, perhaps, to the JP Morgan report that Nimesh just was talking about. ICICI Bank, TCS, these are some of the early stocks which are managing some traction. Reliance is up about 0.3% as well. So now we've settled to a more quiet, more somber 60-point kind of a gain. Let's see what's not working. Some of the economy-facing / PSU names are cooling off after yesterday's big run. So ONGC, NTPC, L&T, Power Grid, these stocks are taking a bit of a breather. SBI is also flat for the time being. Adani Ports is lower. Remember, a lot of the rating agencies, including Fitch, have been raising concerns on some of the Adani Group companies, given the developments in the US. That's weighing on some of the stocks, at least as of now. So not bad. It opened up with a big pop, but now it's settled to a gain of about 65 to 70 points on the Nifty.
Not bad at all. In fact, we're getting some support from the IT pack, so that's good news, because yesterday it was slightly shy of, supporting the index in an otherwise good day. So Infosys is now moved to the top of the table when it comes to Nifty gainers. ICICI Bank doing extremely well as well. Infosys was one of the lone, heavyweights on the index, which underperformed in yesterday's trading session. We spoke about, the telecom stocks, but just keep an eye out on the FMCG stocks as well. Colgate has opened about 1% higher. ITC is about, 0.75% higher as well. So a lot of these FMCG staples doing extremely well. In the broader markets, the stock that, Vamakshi spoke about, BHEL and Hitachi Energy, joint venture has gotten a letter of intent for a Khavda-Nagpur HVDC project coming in from Power Grid. Look at Hitachi Energy, that's up 6% straight off the bat. Transformers and rectifiers, another stock which is doing extremely well. So a bunch of these infra names continue to do well. Zomato, it was likely to open lower largely because of the big discount to its yesterday's price that was on offer when it came to the indicative price of the QIP, but that seems to have been bought into, and the stock is now about 1% higher, telling you that there is strong demand for the paper that Zomato is giving. And it's not just Zomato, Swiggy too is up around 2.5% on the back of that positive note that has come in from UBS. On the stocks which are seeing some bit of profit taking, we have the likes of Raymond, which after a big move in yesterday's trading session is seeing some bit of profit taking. We are seeing Imami also, after a decent move that we've seen yesterday, seeing some bit of profit taking. Gillette as well was up in double digits yesterday, has opened mildly in the red. Dips, whether they get bought into or not, is something we'll watch out for. And in the financials, we do have, REC, which is slightly in the red, Canfin Home slightly in the red, AU Small Finance Bank is the other one that I'm looking at. But by and large, the mid caps are doing a lot better than the big caps. We have nearly two stocks advancing for one stock which is declining, with the mid cap index itself up around 0.2%.
Absolutely. And by the way, Triveni Turbine, remember the stock? Amnish was talking about it. It was one of his picks in the capex space. That stock's opened up really well, 4.5% up on Triveni Turbine. What else? Hyundai Motors is finding some buyers this morning, 2.5% up on Hyundai Motors. The stars, of course, continue to be the telecom stocks, thanks to the relief on the bank guarantees, as well as Hitachi. Hitachi is still up about 7%. HVDC, Renewable Energy Connect, between two states, Gujarat and Maharashtra.
I'm just personally very excited to know what M&M does today, because the stock was doing extremely well yesterday, and then you have the EV launch that comes by today. Yeah. It's slated for, the display to public and the pricing, etc. All of that will come by this evening itself. The stock has done extremely well this month. It's up around 12%. This year, it's nearly double shareholders' value. But ahead of that launch of a new category, and prices, etc. We've seen those ads. The car looks fairly snazzy. Does the actual product live up to its hype, or something is something we'll watch out for?
With the kind of trust that M&M has built as a brand in the SUV space, can it replicate that and build on that in the EV space? I think that's the biggest question. And a lot of people are waiting to see if the company can transition into being a premium EV player now. Premium SUV/EV player now. So let's see. Interesting one on the radar for sure.